Our visit to Farmers Choice Kenya was reactionary, as the biggest sellers of fresh and processed pork produce, with beef, lamb and poultry also forming part of their supplementary products, news that such processed meat was found to cause cancer could potentially be devastating to their business. But is it? They think not.
WHO is referring on the whole to the American and European red meat industry, which is very different to that we have in Kenya. Here in Kenya, all our beef is more or less organic, being grass-fed, and our pork is home-bred and home-fed.
Theirs, they say, is a process that seeks to uphold set local and international standards. Starting from the onset, their cattle and pigs are virtually organic, with beef being grass-fed, and they do not use growth promoters and hormones to promote feed-to-weight ratios as done in the United States, standards that extend to their preservation methods for processed meat.
In normal domestic ovens, like in nyama chomas, you find the meat is just placed on an oven, or let's say a grill, and there is basically no temperature control. When you burn wood at low temperatures, you are able to avoid evaporating some of the heavy compounds from the wood. And what you evaporate is basically the right chemicals that will give you the flavor and the preservation you want.
We're one of the few places in the world that still smoke our bacon traditionally, using smokers and cookers rather than liquid smoke, which is now the norm elsewhere in the world. Liquid smoke is a chemical liquid solution that one dips the loin or the belly into, that stains yellow and leaves a taste on the actual product.
Farmers Choice stands echoed the reaction of the processed meat industry around the world. According to the International Agency for Research on Cancer under the WHO, consumption of red meat was found as probably carcinogenic to humans. Processed meat, on the other hand, was classified in the same category as carcinogenic substances such as tobacco, with experts concluding that each 50-gram portion of processed meat consumed daily increases the risk of colon cancer by 18%.
Kenya basically uses fresh chilled pork and or beef, fresh additives, and very few chemicals. And this in itself should allay fears of all Kenyans to the comments brought up in the press.
The WHO finding states that for an individual, the risk of developing colon cancer because of their consumption of processed meat remains small. But this risk increases with the amount of meat consumed, underlining the advice of most nutritional experts who insist that moderation is key. Evelyn Omboi, Citizen Business Center.